Before the red carpets, million-dollar deals, and screaming fans, these celebrities had jobs that were shockingly normal or just plain bizarre. One of them even worked at a funeral home, and another you'll never guess what they wore to entertain customers. But nothing, and I mean nothing, beats the job our number one celebrity had. It's hands down the most unexpected one on this list, and when you hear it, you won't believe your ears. This list is packed with weird, hilarious, and inspiring beginnings. Here are 10 celebrities who started way outside the spotlight. Number 10, Steve Carell, mail carrier. Before making the world laugh as Michael Scott in The Office, Steve Carell was delivering letters in Massachusetts. He worked as a rural mail carrier and lasted only 7 months. Why? He admitted he could not handle the pace, the organization, or even the summer heat. One day he was chased by a dog, and that was the final straw. It is funny to think that the man who played one of the most chaotic, fictional bosses could not survive the structured world of the Postal Service. Clearly, he was destined for comedy, not mail routes. Number 9, Whoopi Goldberg, funeral makeup artist. This one sounds like a plot twist. Whoopi Goldberg, before fame, worked as a licensed beautician who specialized in makeup for the deceased. She did this job with care and respect, helping families say goodbye in the most dignified way possible. It was not glamorous or easy, but Whoopi embraced it fully. She once said it gave her peace and a unique connection with humanity. It is unexpected, but in some way it fits her character deep, fearless, and completely original. Number 8, Channing Tatum, exotic dancer. Before the spotlight, Channing Tatum danced under stage lights in Florida nightclubs. He performed under the name Chan Crawford and used the income to support himself. His experience inspired the Magic Mike movies, which turned into a massive pop culture success. Instead of hiding that part of his life, he used it as creative fuel. It is a bold example of turning your past into power. What started as a survival job became the origin of his biggest cinematic breakthrough. Number 7, Jennifer Hudson, cruise ship singer. For her Oscar, before the worldwide fame, Jennifer Hudson was singing on a Disney cruise ship. She performed live every night, singing her heart out for vacationing families. She dealt with seasickness, tight cabins, and long hours. But she also learned stamina, stage presence, and how to connect with an audience. That cruise ship job was not just a paycheck. It was her boot camp for superstardom. And the skills she gained there helped launch her journey through American Idol and beyond. That was only the beginning. Coming up, 4 more stars whose first jobs might just blow your mind. Number 6, Madonna, Dunkin' Donuts worker. Before Madonna became a global icon, she was a struggling artist in New York City trying to make rent. One of her early jobs was working at a Dunkin' Donuts in the heart of Times Square. The job did not last. She was reportedly fired on her very first day after she squirted jelly filling on a customer. Whether it was an accident or a moment of frustration, it became one of those legendary stories that feels perfectly in line with her rebellious spirit. From behind the counter to center stage, Madonna's rise was anything but ordinary. Number 5, Chris Pratt, ticket seller and van lifer. Chris Pratt might be a blockbuster action star today, but before all the fame, he was selling movie tickets and living out of a van in Maui. He slept in a tent or in his old van, parked by the beach, and showered wherever he could. During the day, he worked at a local movie theater, tearing tickets, sweeping floors, and cleaning up spilled soda. He often jokes that it was the best time of his life, simple, free, and full of dreams. It was in that laid-back island lifestyle that he developed his signature humor and confidence. Number 4, Eva Longoria, Wendy's employee. Eva Longoria got her first job at Wendy's when she was just 14 years old. Unlike most teens who would quit a fast food job as soon as they could, she stuck with it for 6 years. She learned how to manage shifts, deal with difficult customers, and handle pressure, all before finishing high school. She has said many times that those early years shaped her work ethic and taught her to stay grounded. That kind of persistence and humility became part of her personal brand as she climbed the ladder in Hollywood. Every one of these stars came from a place that felt small, but they never stayed small for long. Each job added a piece to the bigger story. Number 3, Margot Robbie, Subway sandwich artist. Before red carpets and movie premieres, Margot Robbie was making sandwiches at Subway in Australia. She took the job seriously, learning every detail about building the perfect sandwich. She has even bragged about being one of the fastest sandwich makers at her store. That competitive energy, precision, and confidence, it started behind the sandwich counter. She has said that she loved working in customer service because it gave her a real sense of how to read people. Now she reads scripts and plays intense characters, but the hustle started in a paper hat and apron. Number 2, Ken Jeong, medical doctor. Yes, Mr. Chow from The Hangover is Dr. Ken Jeong in real life. Before becoming a comedian and actor, Ken was a practicing physician. He completed medical school and worked as an internal medicine doctor. Even while doing stand-up comedy on the side, he was treating real patients by day. It was not until much later that he decided to go all in on entertainment. When he landed his breakout role, he was still seeing patients. Imagine having your doctor suddenly appear in a hit Hollywood movie. It sounds like fiction, but it is true. And Ken's background in medicine still influences his comedy and his deep understanding of human behavior. Number 1, Brad Pitt. Dressed as a chicken before becoming one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood, Brad Pitt was standing outside a fast food restaurant dressed as a giant chicken. That is not a metaphor or a movie role. One of his very first jobs was with El Pollo Loco, a Mexican fast food chain. His task? Put on a huge chicken suit, go out to the sidewalk, and wave at passing cars to bring in business. He danced, flapped, waved signs, and tried not to melt under the California sun. It was sweaty, awkward, and occasionally humiliating. Drivers honked, kids pointed, and strangers laughed. But Pitt kept showing up, determined to make his rent and chase his dreams. He has spoken about that time with surprising pride. He said that Wows taught him humility, gave him time to think about his goals, and even helped toughen his skin. While he stood there in a bird costume, he imagined the life he wanted, and he never stopped chasing it. Think about it. One of the most successful actors of our generation started by waving at traffic in a foam chicken suit. It is absurd, hilarious, and weirdly inspiring. Brad Pitt's early hustle is the ultimate reminder that every celebrity has a beginning that might surprise you. And sometimes the most outrageous starting points lead to the most legendary careers. These stories are proof that no matter how strange or simple your beginning is, it does not define where you can go. From sandwich makers and cruise singers to dancing chickens, every celebrity on this list started with a regular job and an extraordinary dream. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and share it with someone chasing their own big break.